Uh, Cosmetology, a new area for family physicians. I'll try to wrap up as soon as possible. There are a lot of visuals to give you an idea of what I do and why we all should be involved in the field of cosmetology. My background was like I cleared my MBBS, passed my PLAB, returned back from UK, was in the field of diabetology when I met you for the first time, Pragnesh Bhai, and we conducted that API conference at Ahmedabad. But
Yes.
and because of diabetes ventured into sexual medicine, worked a lot with Prakash Kothari sir, and that's where we realized that fat loss is a basic problem uh, for everything. And I ventured into a field of fat loss where I found out that there is a technology in USA for permanent fat loss in a non-surgical way. I went there, studied that, came back. But while I was studying there, I realized that there are so many machineries in the field of cosmetology which are not there in India. That's where I plan to get all those things to India, and I became a cosmetic physician. Cosmetology basically, by definition, it deals with skin, hair, and nails. And who actually is cosmetology in today's era? Basically, a beautician, a dentist, a MD dermat, or a MS plastic surgeon. All are in the field of cosmetology, but we have forgotten the main person. The most important person still remains a MBBS GP. We are the first line of defense. We are the first ones whom a patient comes and shares his problem. We are actually considered a part of family. Hence, we are the ones who should not be neglecting cosmetology, and there are a lot of stuff which we can do in our clinic and we should be doing. I have shared this how I evolved. It so basically Miracle Aesthetic Clinic now is the only clinic of Southeast Asia to have 11 top of the line US FDA approved devices. I'm just going to give you brief of what all devices we have. We have Allergan Cool Sculpting. This is a only non-surgical technique for permanent fat loss in a non-surgical way. Just two treatments done 2 months apart, and your 80% fat is gone for good. The fat loss what we give is permanent unless and until a person consumes steroids because of any reason. Otherwise, even if a patient goes on to increase weight by 4 or 5 kgs after our treatment, in our treated area, fat will never ever come back. Vanquish Me is typically meant for our Indian type of patients which who have bigger bellies, and we shrink those bigger bellies with Vanquish. And if there is a select pocket left, we do cool sculpting on that. X-Wave is a machine specifically meant for uh, all the cellulites which we have in our hip area. So if there is post-pregnancy dimpling and if that needs to be smoothened out, X-Wave is your machine. Lymphestim tones up your legs, helps to halt the varicose vein, helps a lot in diabetic neuropathy. But for my cosmetic purpose, it helps to tone up the leg. If your patient says that I would like to fit in one lesser size of jeans, Lymphestim is the answer. Miradry is a new addition. It's a single treatment. It's meant for hyperhidrosis. So basically, a body odor comes from our sweat from the underarm. Single treatment with this machine, and your underarm sweat is gone for good. Your body odor is taken care of, and your underarm hairs are also taken care of, which is also a potential site for fungal disease. Lightshare Desire is world's fastest and practically painless machine for permanent hair growth reduction. We always thought that we will have a lot of female patients for this, but to our surprise, there were a lot of male patients who came for permanent hair growth reduction. We kept our tagline over there as Anil Kapoor to Salman Khan, and get yourself clean shaved forever. PicoSure is mother of all machines. It does wonders where other dermats say that I cannot help you beyond this point. So conditions like melasma, dark eye circles, any pigmentary disorder, tattoo removal, conditions which were previously thought of that cannot be treated, only be controlled with the invent of PicoSure, and we are the first ones to have it. Uh, because of this, we can tell that we can cure this. We can remove your melasma. We can remove your dark eye circle. Hydrafacial MD is another like a lunchtime procedure machine. It can give you a wow face in 30 minutes. Of course, the results of hydrafacial are temporary, but it becomes an addiction. After once you have treated on hydrafacial, even if there is a party or a engagement function or a kitty party or any function for that matter, Diwali time, Navratri time, you would like to get it treated on this machine. E-derma stamp is meant for specific indications like acne scars, chickenpox scars, stretch marks, and all other things. I'll try to touch base on all these things in a minute. Element Dual is probably world's fastest and a wonderful cautery machine, which I think every one of us should have it. I'll speak on those indications. And Bioplasma is one machine which has done wonders to our practice. It cures a lot of things which people are tired of taking drugs with. So, for example, acne, something which all family physicians come across, and common treatments, differential diagnosis, and active acne. But active acne is the one which we all are worried of. We get fulminant acne like this, which even MD dermats are reluctant to touch because of the fear of scarring. With the help of our machine called Bioplasma, we have treated this boy 15 days, and the result was all his fulminant acne had disappeared. This boy was actually confined to home and not going to college because people were teasing him, and he could go back to college proudly with a clear face. Uh, Similar success story, this lady was suffering from 12 years of acne, had been to who's who in the field of cosmetology in Bombay, had spent a lot of money, marriage on the verge of divorce. When she came to us, she was in severe depression, and this is what we did to her face. The acne is cleared out with bioplasma and mixture of picosure with this. The face on the left side was the one which we came with. The face on the right side is during the treatment. Hold on to your nerves, because now this is something what she looks like. So imagine before, after, and now what she looks like. Her life has changed for sure, and she has kept her husband aside. She's so confident now, she's working on her own. So this is bioplasma, and number of indications which a general practitioner can do in his clinic day to day. Just a 5-minute procedure. It can take care of active acne, it can take care of folliculitis, resistant fungal. I have got so many patients who have been taking itraconazole for six months. They come to me with resistant fungal, and treatment with bioplasma twice a week for 3 weeks, and they are sorted out for good. Of course, it all depends on their personal hygiene as well. But without medication, this resistant fungal is taken care of. Herpes, we have dried out the vesicles of herpes within 24 to 48 hours without the use of acyclovir, and thereby preventing the post-herpetic neuralgia, which is a real trouble after the herpes is cured. Non-healing wounds, we have done wonders with bioplasma. Originally, bioplasma was used in Germany for non-healing diabetic foot ulcers. They came up with a skin probe, and these all things we are doing right now. Simple procedures which all family physicians can do. Acne scars, something a tough thing to do. We already had peels, derma roller, but we have something called as the e-derma stem. This is the first of India. With this, so this patient, he came from Ahmedabad. He had 22-year-old acne scars. If you can see the pits on his left cheek and on the right cheek, which were really bad. 22-year-old. He's like a casein king of India in milk protein. He lives in Adalaj, and he always says me that, Ronak bhai, my confidence goes down when I go out of India. We treated him somewhere around 6 o'clock in the evening. Next day, he was on Borivali station waiting for Karnavati. He sends me his own pic, and if you see those pits which were there on his left cheek are have decreased by 70 to 80%, and these results are permanent. Just a single treatment and it's permanent. The other side, which was even bad, and he's more confident now. We have done n number of such cases. These are simple 10 to 15-minute procedures which all family physicians can do in their own clinic, and they give wonderful result. And of course, they pay really well. Stretch marks is another problem which we all come through, and that is also taken care by e-derma stamp. Wrinkling, collagen resynthesis, everything can be done with this simple procedure. These are steroid induced stretch marks. These days, young chaps, they go to gym and drug abuse or take a lot of nonsense stuff to build on their muscles, and this was steroid induced stretch marks. His mother was really petrified when she saw him. She got her to us, and this was the subsequent result what we give. I should have taken the recent pic, but the recent pic is absolutely clear. It's like we have ironed out the whole stretch marks, and it's all clear. He has normal skin now. So Plenty of minor skin procedures which can be done in clinic, skin tags, warts, corns, horns. You all must be doing it. But we had a machine called Elman Dual, which is best in class. No need of anesthesia, zero blood loss. There is no scarring, and it is just wonderful. The precision of cut is so wow. I have been removing corns in less than 15 to 20 seconds. Skin tags, they just go out in 1 second each, and it is just a wonderful machine to have. Lightshade Desire, as I said you, it's one of the bread and butters of cosmetology because hair removal is something which day in and day out everybody needs. It is best in the class machine. There was an animation on it which I'll skip because of the
Yes,
paucity of the time.
yes,
Hydra
patiently generic.
Facial MD, which I have already shared with you. Skin rejuvenation, fine lines and wrinkles are taken care of. Results of Botox and fillers are given with this 30 minutes of treatment. A dull face can be just a rejuvenated face. Uh, I'll just give this. Pigmentary disorders, what we were discussing, sunburns, melasma, dark eye circles, freckles, toning of the face. I remember in one of the conference, one of my teachers said that God only knows how to treat melasma. We can only control it. But with PicoSure, we have a best-in-class Alexandrite machine. It's now considered mother of all machine. And I'll just share you something. So this was my face before my first treatment of PicoSure. And I used to play a lot of cricket, so I had a lot of melasma and a lot of sunburns. I'll just show you something. This was my right side. You can see all those pigmentary disorder. And there is actually one spot over here. If you see, this was hydroquinone induced skin atrophy. So I suffered that also. And that was also taken care of. The other side, which had a lot of brown spots and pigmentary disorders, that has also cleared out considerably. Today I'm there in front of you without any sunscreen or anything, and I have a clear face. I thought rather than putting patient's face, I should be putting my face first to give you that confidence. We have treated plenty of tattoo removals without any ghost effect. So that's, but the mainstay always remained obesity, overweight, stubborn fat, and cellulite. I'm just going to rush through this. There were a lot of treatments, diet, exercise, weight loss, but nothing used to work on stubborn fat. And that's where we came in with advanced cool sculpting and Vanquish Me and X-Wave. Uh, this is just a 1 minute clip and which is self-explanatory. I'll just play this.
Yeah, we'll stop here.
Reshma, I'll just take 1 minute more and I'll just wrap it up completely. The areas what we treat are double chin. So, and this is non-surgical, just 35 minutes of treatment, results after 3 weeks, complete double chin gone, and this is permanent. This is never going to come back. I'm just going to rush through abdominal fat to give you an idea. We also treat gynecomastia, by the way. If you see, the hourglass appearance has been chiseled out. We had a typical Indian lady with 3 tires, and I said, please allow me to treat all 3 layers. But she said, no, treat only my lower level. And this is what happened. We treated her lower tire, the lower tire disappeared. Now she's coming for the other 2 tires. Selective fat loss. This is what I mean. And I'll just wrap up over here. Thank you, sir.